All right, everyone, change your shirts 23 times and grab your space stick. We watched Llamageddon. What's up, nerds?
Damn it, noticed it.
This is Nerdz Vs Evil, and we took it to Llamageddon. And let me tell you what.
23 times.
I'm your host, Jason, and I'm joined by my amazing panel of co-hosts, starting with my brother, the Halloween guy, John.
How's it going, everyone?
The only man I've seen spit on a llama, Chris. My lovely wife, Amber.
Hi.
And me and the Halloween guy's dad, Ken, who can actually be seen on this episode.
That's right.
He's here.
The voice is now.
So real quick, guys, what did you think of Llamageddon? Let's start with you, Chris.
That was the best movie so far.
Amber?
After watching it the second time, I have to say it was pretty good.
You watched it twice?
I fell asleep the first time.
Oh,
That's how we roll in the Scott household.
We all watched it twice.
Yeah.
We all,
Well, okay, technically I watched it 4 times then.
Jeez.
Dad?
Yeah, it was definitely like a C movie, but it did have things that were pretty hysterically funny because they were so off the hook that it was pretty funny. But I do have to admit that the Disney movie Beer Pong and those other movies were actually better.
Bub, what'd you think?
So, first off, right out the gate, I was like, I'm not even going to take notes because I'm watching this right before. And then the first couple scenes, I was like, yeah, okay. And then once the scientist came on, I'm like, hang on. I got to grab my book. I got to start writing some of this down. There's too much going on.
I have the most notes from this movie.
So we all can say that. I actually agree with Chris. This is the best one we've done so far.
Yes.
These are the kind of movies I want to watch.
Exactly.
Bad movies that are hilariously bad. Like this fantastic. Yep. So let's we'll go ahead and dive on into it by starting with they have an animated intro to this movie, which, by the way, is probably the best part of the movie as far as like filming and everything. The animation is really good, and
I think that's where their entire budget went.
I think that you're
right. By
right.
the way, I looked it up. This movie, the budget was just under $3,000.
Wow!
Oh
wow!
Yeah.
That's pretty good for 3,000.
Yeah.
But the animation, actually how they used it creatively through the movie was really, really good. Did anybody see the awards? Did anybody pause it and read the awards that they got for this movie?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go through the list.
Okay.
Official rejection from Sundance was number 1. Number 2 was the derpiest Llama winner. Number 3 was an instant cult classic. Number 4 was the ultimate low budget film award.
I can see
Number
that.
5 was the winner of the most fake awards. And the number 6 is why did we make this film award? That's how it started. If you watch those, that was the first thing that caught my attention. I actually had to pause it to make sure and get all those down because I was so impressed.
And that just shows, like, right out the gates what kind of movie you're about to go through. Like, this movie, I can't say just how happy I was at the end of this thing. Not because it was over, but because of how much fun I had watching it.
Yeah, I was, at first, when I saw the animation, I was like, Holy shit! Did I pick a cartoon?
This
I was
was
like, oh,
definitely
wait, no,
one we
we're
could have watched all together because I'm pretty sure we all have the same notes.
Whoa, Dad
Oh,
just
yeah.
skyrocketed out of there.
I just got Llamageddon.
The llama's coming.
So, okay, so in this animation, you see this army of red-eyed llamas, and they're all going into trailers that are ships. This is all animated right now. And this one particular llama crash lands on Earth.
It crashes through the space
Yeah,
station.
he gets the space.
Yeah, he
station.
takes
Yeah.
out an astronaut first.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah. The
alters it.
There's
astronaut.
no mention
yeah.
of this later on.
So, and then the movie begins where you see this trailer spaceship, which, by the way, brilliant idea. Easy. That was an easy way to make a spaceship and just get away with it. Brilliant. It was really, really. Whoever thought of that, that was a great idea.
What about that?
They even
flame
refer to it
ball?
later in dialogue that it is a spaceship because it has wings.
And it's red.
And it's red, yeah.
And it's red.
Okay.
But I
So,
like the way here the horse trailer becomes a ball of fire as it's coming through space,
mhm.
and then it's on fire, it's flaming, but when it lands, it's in absolutely perfect condition.
Perfect
Yeah.
condition.
Oh, 100%.
But the Llama did pee.
Llama.
The llama, yeah, he did pee, and you can see the cameraman's shadow in the door when he walks on the
That's.
side of it.
I have that
I
exact
didn't
same
see
note.
that.
See the
And-
camera guy's shadow on
You can see
Llama's
plenty
ship
of the
right
cameramen
away.
in this movie.
Yeah, that's gonna come up later.
Yeah.
We all had
Yeah.
notes about that later.
So
Okay. I'm trying to get figured out here.
this llama ends up at a whoa.
Base.
Well,
Right.
hold on.
What just happened?
Okay, we're back.
We're back. Technical difficulties
difficulty.
All right. I do want the the scene of them on their planet was basically like a recreation of Scar with the hyenas.
It was.
Yes,
Absolutely
I
was.
literally say be prepared. Oh, you can't say it. It literally says be prepared.
Did
Yeah.
you notice that
It says
the-
metal be prepared.
the entire film is based off quotes from other movies, basically?
Is it
And
really?
Scenes, like recreated, yeah.
Oh.
Like they're like every scene. Every time a shirt is changed, there's a new quote.
So okay, so this llama crash lands and ends up on a farm, and I like that they're sitting there. This to me seemed like a very realistic conversation between the wife and the husband. They're sitting there looking, and they go, "Must be the neighbor's llama," and he's like, "Ah, well, that's kind of like his problem. I'm not gonna worry about that." And then they go inside, and there's a storm that night. Which the rain effects are terrible, and
The lightning?
that's all bad.
And the lighting on the dad's face as he's taking his shoes off, upward angled onto his face.
Yeah, and so they're getting ready to go into bed, and I love this line. The wife goes, "Did you ever tell the neighbor about his llama?" And he goes, "That's his fucking problem."
And then she's like, but what
The
if it gets into
Wilsons
the
did.
garden you just planted? And he says, well, then it's a dead llama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go to bed, and that's when you see this llama magically snuck into their house, didn't wake them up, and they hear
They did wake him up. They woke up.
Well, they hear the llama scream, and that's when they wake up, and then you see the splatter of blood on the picture.
Well, you see the shadow of the llama.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shadow of the Llama makes quite a few appearances in there.
He does. And then
Like we
Terrifying.
already don't know what the llama looks like.
It's
From-
terrifying.
from there, the next scene is we see a gentleman in a white polo get out of a helicopter. And
It's the coroner,
he-
right?
he
It's the hero
says,
coroner.
he says one line. He gets out and says, "My
Bag 'em."
God, bag 'em, let's get back to base." Bag
And
what?
then walks away.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. That's exactly what I heard.
That's all
What
he
are we
says.
bagging and taking back to base?
And he gets back on the helicopter, and that was it.
And it was at this moment when I was like, I need to start taking notes.
And that's what I actually wrote. Was the scientist Martin from the Disney adventure?
We don't see the scientist yet.
No, the guy that was with the scientist.
We don't see him yet. That's literally the only thing we see.
Still don't see them yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have
you don't
not-
even know who that guy is.
We still
Yeah.
see.
We see that guy and the ship, and that's it. And then it goes to another scene. It goes to the car where they're...
Yeah,
It
but
goes
right after
to the
that,
funeral.
I have.
To
Yeah.
the funeral. Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
car's going to the funeral.
No coming
Yeah,
home,
I
right?
wrote. I wrote. We're lacking a lot of information here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Mom
they're
is
coming
so
home from the
pleasant.
funeral. And then it's
Mother's
like,
so pleasant, yes.
Yeah.
then it cuts to where's Dad? He should have been here, and then he's fucking having sex.
Yeah. Which... So that's when we're introduced to the main characters, Floyd and Mel, and their brother and sister. And this, we see that Dad is having sex, and the close up on his face is the weirdest thing ever. Which I wrote that down, but that is not the last time they do these weird close
No,
ups.
that's like an
No.
ongoing
That's
thing.
the
And
first
it's so
of many.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like the creative choice of the movie that they do this. It's so bizarre. Like I even wrote that down. The close-up shots are very bizarre.
I
Yeah.
wrote that down as well.
It's something very
But
different, but
They're very uncomfortable.
yeah. So
Exactly.
they are
Because
uncomfortable.
they
That's like-
get right here. It's not
Right
even
there.
like straightforward. It's right here at your chin. It's like, then,
So then Floyd and Mel get dropped
Hello?
off at
Are
their
you in there?
grandparents' house. They get dropped off at their grandparents' house because they're gonna house sit, and right away Mel is like, "I want to throw a party," and it's really weird because we don't know how old they are, right? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, I have down here that grandparents are same age as parents.
they look the same age.
You're
Yes,
right.
And
they were young.
but I like, how old is Floyd supposed to be? I
And
don't.
it's
I don't know.
And it's not grandparents, it's me.
He's
Mom,
got to be
telling you.
15 or 16.
Yeah, but he doesn't act like he seems like he's like an older person acting like
I
a
think they're
way
teens.
younger
I
kid.
think they're teens.
They're obviously in high school.
Yeah,
Something
so
like
let's
that.
cast Nicolas
Late
Cage to
person.
act like a high schooler.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but can we please make note of the really bad dubbing that has been happening in the film
Oh,
so
yeah.
far because of the wind? Oh my god.
Yes. I put that down. ADR was very apparent.
Yeah.
Bob, you're frozen.
You're frozen.
But you look
Yeah,
so
I
happy.
don't know.
There he is.
That's my face after watching this movie.
No, you look
Screen
like your
captured. I'm
dad.
stuck this way.
So, at this point, Mel is calling all her friends and everything to get everybody ready for this big party.
But why
This is
are
a
they staying there?
terrible
That's what I
scene.
want to understand.
I don't know.
Is why leave them there and what? I didn't
It
understand.
services the story. I don't
They
know.
take care of the ranch.
They're house sitting while they're doing whatever they do with the
That. But your
property.
grandparents were just killed there. Wouldn't it be a crime scene?
But I think it seems like there's time that
Suspend
it makes it
disbelief.
seems like a lot more time passed than actually had.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
because they had the funeral and all that. So
Bub's gone. I think he'll be coming back here in a minute.
I'm still here, but my video for some reason isn't coming up.
The voice is
The
back.
voice is back.
One of
So
us
we're gonna
always
take-
has to be gone.
We're just gonna take turns being the voice.
So why Mel is making these phone calls, Floyd is outside walking back and forth, and the llama is like going the opposite way. It's like and it happens twice. It's really weird. I wrote that down. I just thought it was bizarre.
He was scanning the fence line.
yeah, I just put that it was stalking about.
At
I'm
this.
still trying to figure out how did the llama get from on all these other sides. I didn't realize they were such great jumpers, or can this guy fly? It was never apparent.
I mean, he's on
Who
their
knows?
farm. Remember, that's where he crashed
I
landed.
understand that, but he's on the other side of the fence, and then he's on the next side of the fence.
Well, they do
I don't
kind of show how big their land is, and that it kind of goes out into the woods too. So it is possible that maybe there's no fences out that way
But they keep showing them on the other side of a fence.
on their land.
Not necessarily. It could be, but you always see him. He's on the other side of the fence.
Is this the problem you had with this film?
Yeah. You can believe that the llama crash landed on Earth, but not that it.
We're
can
trying to
get
justify
to
it, but
the
where he's at
fence.
on the fence. You're right. Thank you, Bub, for getting us back
don't
on track.
understand how it got on the other side of the fence. Like,
I
At
don't know how
the,
you do that. How do you?
Better
how do you
yet,
open
who
that
the
door?
fuck is Mark?
who the fuck is Mark? That's the shirt, dude.
at this point, we are now introduced to the world's worst scientists I've ever seen.
No, best 10 out of 10 best
open up
scientists.
the floodgates. Go ahead.
This is where it starts.
I'm getting too old for this shit. Came through the Orion system on the northern
Dude.
quadrant over there.
I made a note of that thinking it was going to be so freaking important, and it's not mentioned like ever again.
No.
I was like,
No.
Orion,
Bro,
double underlined.
I'm 100% positive these two are reading their lines from the binders they are holding out in front of them.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
That could be possible.
Is your camera still not working, Bub?
I can see myself. I got the dad issue now. Apparently, I'm just not popping up.
Oh, all right. So now it says after the scientists talk, and one of them takes an egg. The llama eggs are
Which
giant.
He's
hairy,
been waiting for his whole life.
his whole life. Yep.
So live.
He there's a time lapse, and it specifically says time lapse. In case you didn't know,
How much time exactly?
we don't know.
We
Could
may
be
never
days.
know.
Could be days.
And why didn't they do that between the death of the grandparents and the funeral and all that?
Artistic.
Because that was the stuff.
So now we're introduced to a lot of people at this party. A lot of people. I'm not going to go through all the
Party's
characters.
Popping.
The party's hopping, and for such a low budget, it does look like a party. Like there's enough people in there that it does seem like a house party. You know?
But the amazing thing is, she called and contacted probably over 100 people, and like 12 showed up.
Including Spock.
That's pretty accurate though to parties.
Don't forget about Zeus. Who the fuck's Mark?
I did write down. I thoroughly enjoyed the three stoner people talking about Evil Dead. I thought that
Yeah.
conversation was a really like
It was good.
it seemed super accurate.
Okay, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
did
By
anybody
this
else?
time, Dan already changed his shirt, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time.
Which I'm gonna say I thought it was a different person at first. I was
Really?
like, at
I
first,
knew it was him right away. I was just like, are they trying to play him off as playing a different character? Or is this literally the same guy changing shirts in every scene?
It was the same guy changing shirt in every scene. It took like
It was
3
bad.
or 4 times.
Yep.
I was watching it with Nicole, and I lean over to her and I go, "This guy keeps changing his damn shirt every scene."
Yeah, it
And
took-
the one time he put it inside out.
Yeah, that was great.
The red shirt, he had it regular, and then he put it inside out.
So
Okay, did anybody? Sorry, I'm jumping back in because the kids were in here. Okay, did anybody make a note of the alpaca bowl for you?
no.
Yes.
Yeah, where you looked.
Yes, for an uncomfortably long time.
Yeah.
I thought that there was going to be like a message like, don't do drugs.
I was waiting for something. Yeah, no. He was probably like, "This is gonna be so funny. I'm gonna do this." Anyway, sorry. Please go ahead.
So
And even the beer pong game, what was up with the whole part where like, if you make it in the center cup, you have to pull down your pants?
The bitch cup
And then they
house
made it
rules
seem
where they
like
got to
the-
pull your pants down.
Strip
We
beer
never
pong.
played that rule.
Yeah, and they made it seem like the guy was getting like fully nude because they're all like, oh, like making a big deal
You know what that whole party scene reminded me of? It reminded me of our parties we used to have when I lived with Brad.
That was before my time.
Yeah.
Very-
Did you hear
very
that,
much
Jay?
house party.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's exactly what it like reminded
That's exactly
me of,
what
too.
it was. Out in the boonies.
So at this point, we see Dan and Mel do this slow music montage that went on
The saxophone.
way too long. Like I was sitting
Yes.
there going, "What is happening right now?"
It was the great sex dance. I have that
The
down.
great
Oh my
sex
God.
scene operation. Get
It
laid.
went on so like long. And so then we
This is
see
also when Floyd was struggling with the cards in the beer can tab. too.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
understand that.
yeah. Yeah.
so random.
Super awkward
Where's
pun
all the
dance,
coasters?
whatever.
We need coasters, guys.
Yeah, no posters. Hey, IGB.
Some of those random conversations were great.
And they were actually normal party conversations.
Yeah, and they just cut to every single one of them.
So then from there, we're introduced to I don't even remember her name, but it's a character that Mel is texting, and she's driving
Sarah.
to the Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah's driving to the party, and she rolls up, and you see this llama, not this llama. You see the llama,
Llama, yeah.
and like a few people have seen the llama now. Not one person has said anything about its red eyes. But she honks the horn at the llama, and the llama just shoots lasers out of its eyes and blows the car up.
Laser beams from its freaking eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote in all caps, llama has laser beams from its eyes.
And I actually put down, I
love when
angry
she's texting her
what the
friend.
llama was going to do to her. When you see that,
She's looking up at it. as
Just
she's texting.
wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, that was a neat.
I love when she's texting her friend though, because they're staring at the word bubbles instead of
Yeah.
like reading the actual phone. They're
Yeah.
reading the fake things in the
I
air.
like that. though.
I did
thought that
too.
was
I
cool.
actually liked that too.
It was breaking the fourth wall.
I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting. So then at this point, I believe the stoner guy goes outside to take a piss.
No, he went before that.
Oh,
We're not there yet, Jay.
No,
what am I
Yeah.
missing?
it was after that.
Nope, I have
The one
it in my
guy,
notes
the
right
guy's
here.
talking to his girlfriend about how, about her ex.
Cheating
And then,
during beer
cue
pong.
close up of his face with. That's when we get the close up of his face saying, "This shit needs to stop." Okay.
Oh, yeah. I wrote, I really don't like the zoomed in faces.
He had been
That was my
outside
note.
for a while.
And then
He
it's
went
him saying,
outside
"What do you
when-
mean you only blew him twice?"
Yeah.
But then
It was
after
no
that-
big deal.
Then after that, I have drunk dude face to face with llama, who takes a
Cody.
toke and then bites off his finger.
No, the stoner guy goes outside. The stoner guy.
Yeah.
The stoner guy goes outside first.
He'd been
Oh,
outside
drunk-
for a
oh,
while.
To
okay.
pee.
He takes a leak, he gets scared.
And he gets scared by the llama with the red eyes. Finally, someone freaks out. He runs inside
Yes.
the house and he says, "Something's wrong with that fucking llama."
That's right. That's right.
Hey, do you notice when he shuts the door, a piece of the door breaks and falls off in the scene?
No, I didn't.
No?
notice
No.
that.
Yes. He comes in and he slams the door, and you see a piece fall, and he even looks at it like, "Oh no, I just broke the door." He says his line.
So then that's when the guy goes out there that you guys were talking about, the boyfriend.
Yeah, because shit needs to stop.
Yeah.
The beer pong chaos.
And that's when he hands the llama the I don't know if it was weed or cigarette to
it
like,
was a joint.
and the llama literally takes a hit of it, which I thought was pretty funny. And then bites his finger off. And that's when blood's squirting out all over. And
He punches out his heart
and
and
then
then
he-
sends it flying to his girlfriend.
right, because he turns around, right, and he punches through his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it launches the heart into his girlfriend, who picks it up and is like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then this is when I knew that the movie was definitely not trying to be serious. It took this moment right here for me to realize it. The llama starts punching this girl, and it's like very apparent that those are like fake like llama legs. It's like
And the sound effects was
the sound
not
effects.
on.
Yeah, it's like cartoon like.
It's like 60s
awesome.
Batman.
that was the
was
best
good.
part of the entire movie is the sound effects they
Yeah.
dubbed in.
I even wrote the worst, funniest soft punches of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the legs mixed up, the white one and the dark one.
Yeah.
When you looked at the llama, they were switched.
Yeah.
Real llama.
It was.
And then here was one when the guy handed the llama the joint, and the llama looks away. The llama is chained up to the fence. Chained up to the fence.
It was the wildebeest.
You can even see the puppeteer's legs when he's punching the girl.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite one is when that guy that gets his hand bit off is when his heart goes flying. He falls on the ground, and then when the llama pulls him away, he goes, "Ow!"
I noticed that. I was like, how are you even making noise right now? You're gone.
That was some ADR right there.
At this point, we go back to the party, and we see. This is when I started to notice the shirts. Dan is wearing.
This is when he started to notice. Dude, I noticed it with the first change.
I didn't notice any shirts.
No, so Dan is now wearing a white shirt that says "Bride" on it, and I wrote it down because I was like, "What?"
Dude, that was the sixth shirt already.
I know that's when when I started to notice that the shirts were changing. I'm like, okay, I get it. At this point, we're introduced to Trent, who shows up to the party. He comes walking in and slips on that guy's heart, and it makes like a cartoon banana slip sound, like it hilarious.
That was quick.
You
But that was pretty funny because you could see that he slips right on it.
Yeah,
You forgot they were
You could see.
they were playing King's Cup, and they were getting ready to go to the hot tub.
Oh, that's right. That's okay. So that's when That's when they were back in there. He mentions the hot
That's when
tub.
Trent shows up. They're getting ready to go.
They're
to
all
the
getting
hot
ready to
tub.
go into the hot tub. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is when Floyd has to pound the beer, and they have the horrible gulping sound effects.
And then the
and he
vomit
threw up
cards.
on the cards. Yeah.
The vomit cards.
Yeah, that was bad. So so did we miss the meeting between Dan and Floyd, or not Dan and Floyd, but Dan and the
Trent.
tough guy, Trent?
That's what happens
No.
right now.
And
They
they
go
have
into
the
the
handshake.
handshake.
It happened right now because Trent just slipped on the heart and he's walking into the house.
Yeah.
So yeah, he comes in and Mel introduces Trent to Dan, and they do this weird long handshake, and they put in these weird sound effects of like, it almost sounds like a balloon.
It sounds like
gripping
rubber stretching.
Yeah, and then what does the gal say? Susie? I think her name's Susie. I didn't write it down, but she says something. She's like looking at like biting her lips, like she's like thinks it's so hot.
Yeah, they like
So she-
went to like everybody's lips, and they're like,
They did. That's when they started doing all the mouth close-ups with every.
Yeah,
No, you're going too far still. That comes later.
Again,
Again.
because when they were doing the hand
This one
thing, they were on both of those guys' mouths while they were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying you got quite a grip there.
yeah.
You as well. Like a grip.
So then it's at this point, right? They some of the group branches off to go into the hot tub, and Trent and Mel go into the bathroom, and Floyd and
Push Cody out of the way.
hold on, I got something written down right here, like right before, in between those scenes, when that chick walks up to them, like at the table, and she's like all like staggered, and she's like,
I'm so
Pretty tired.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go take a nap now.
Yeah.
It like totally reminded me of Forrest Gump. That scene where he's like, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm gonna go home now after he's done running.
And she just passes out on the ground.
Yeah.
Around like 50 beer cans.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's when everybody kind of splits off, and Floyd goes with the gal he was like chasing through the evening.
Sarah attacks him.
That's when they set him up. But yeah, they
Throws
set
him to the bedroom.
So when Trent and Mel are in the bathroom making out, you can see the like director and the cameraman both in the mirror
Twice.
Yes, you do see him twice.
Well, the first time
Amber
you
caught
only
it the
see
first
one of
time.
them,
Yeah, you see that.
and then the second
Yeah.
time you see 3.
Yeah, you see,
That's a crowded bathroom.
it is.
And they're just smiling in the shower, like
It's
holding
so
this camera.
uncomfortable that you just see them in there recording.
Well, yeah, because of the whole tongue.
This is when we start getting the close-ups of the mouths with the tongues flicking around.
Yeah,
Again.
No, they do that with the beer scene, with the grip scene too, because they're just licking their lips like this.
Right. Yeah. They
They
do it a
do
lot.
it multiple times.
Yeah, they do it a lot.
And then that one girl's like, I like what you're doing with that beer can.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
I had to make a note saying, is Sarah pegging Floyd
That's
in this scene?
Oh, 100%
That Cody
is
walked
what's
in on
happening.
him?
And then she's petting him, saying, "Oh, you did so good. You did
He
so
never
good."
done that before.
Yeah.
done anything before.
It makes you a man, right?
I'm a man now.
I'm a man now.
Oh.
Floyd.
Trent gets
Floyd,
cock-knocked
sorry.
by a tit pick.
Tip pick was
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
So then,
And then I even made a note saying Trent is basically Ashton Kutcher.
I thought that too. I was sitting
Yeah.
there going, he looks like a young Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on.
So my next note is, if anybody has anything else, I'm jumping to the spa scene.
That's what's next.
Okay, so all
Yeah.
these people are in the spa. It's like basically, it's almost the rest of the party is in the spa.
Wait a minute. Has Dan already put on the raft shirt?
Dan is not in the spa scene.
No, but he.
Yeah, he is.
in
He
the room,
goes
he's
in and he's
talking
like, I'm going
about-
to get more beer.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he goes to get
And
more
then he
beer.
goes in and
Yep.
he changes his shirt.
He changed-
Is he in the raft shirt? Is that the Raphael shirt?
No, he's
No,
not,
that's later.
That's when he's there
Later,
outside.
When they go outside.
Okay.
So the llama shows up and tries to throw the radio that's plugged into the wall into the spa, but one of the stoner guys catches it, and the
I'll pack a bowl for you guys.
Yeah.
Catches it.
and the llama makes this like noise, like, "Ah," and then he like knocks it out of his hand, and that's when everybody's getting electrocuted in the spa.
Including
And-
the guy with the horse mask.
Yeah, the guy with the horse mask. So now, I'm a little confused as to how this order goes. Does the stoner
Cody
guy
shows up. Cody sees the llama
and
and
he
freaks out
and
and,
he
runs
runs.
back in. And then the stoner girl shows up with the other person, and then they
this
go, "Oh, the hot tub."
Stop.
Completely
Yeah.
ignore everybody convulsing.
yeah,
Right.
Completely
Put their
ignore
foot
it.
in there. Good job. Yeah.
I wrote the two dumb girls getting in the spa to die. One is laughing while acting like they are getting electrocuted, full on like smiling and laughing. As
But
she,
even the people that were in the hot tub were laughing, and they were.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to do their best.
Dude.
But
And the girl in the blue bikini was just like,
yeah, she was just standing in the corner like,
why did I sign up for this?
yeah. So
Now Dan shows
now
up. with the
Dan
beer.
shows up with
Hey,
the
you
beer.
guys, I got beer.
And does he see the llama or just see everybody dead? He just sees everybody dead.
Sees everybody dead.
Okay.
And
He
then
sees
comes
everyone
in.
dead, but he is wearing an awesome Swansonator T-shirt
Yes.
with Ron Swanson as the Terminator.
yes.
I had to make a note of that. And I'm like, best shirt so far.
Then comes my favorite line of the entire movie. Everyone's dead in the hot tub.
Wait, no. Before that, when he drops the beers, all of them are empty cans. He drops all empty beer cans. He went to go get all these empty beers for everyone. But yeah, then comes, I agree. This line, I laughed out loud when they're like, everybody's dead in the hot tub, and they all are freaking out, and Floyd comes up and goes, hey man, like, let's not worry about that. He goes, everybody's dead!
In the hot tub.
Yeah.
And the fact that he says it again after they've all ran outside. Everyone's dead in the hot tub.
And you can still hear them talking, and Trent and Mel are arguing about the freaking tit pic, and then he's like, I thought it was your tit. She's like, my tits are nicer than that. I saw a dick pic on your phone a month ago.
So at this point, I'm sad
That was
to
a long
say,
time ago.
I just now noticed in my notes, Dan has a different shirt on in every scene. So it was at this point it dawned on me that, okay, this is happening now.
Yeah. And I noticed it the first time he got off the couch.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be
Because I was like, dude, the guy in the tie-dye shirt's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden he was in a different shirt. And I'm like, wait, that's the same guy.
And then they were just taking shots. Just sitting there taking shots. Everybody's dead. Take a shot.
Yeah, it's like a game.
Everyone's dead in the hot tub.
And then they didn't have service all of a sudden, so then they had to go outside.
Nobody's
Right.
home.
There was gonna be service
this is when
outside.
Dan is now wearing the Raphael t-shirt.
Yes.
Yes, that's
so,
where the Raphael.
So they go outside, and that's where the llama's standing there. And I don't know why, but the gal that was playing beer pong earlier, like, gets freaked out and tries to run, right? Why did she?
No, I thought that was the girl
Yeah,
that
she-
was with Floyd.
No, it was not the girl.
No,
Floyd.
that was the chick that was
Later.
playing
It was a
beer
different
pong.
girl. They noticed the llama. The llama walks up with his glowing red eyes, and then they all start freaking out.
Okay, so they're just
And
like
that's when
Two of them
the
start
two
running.
run off. Yeah, the two run off onto the side.
Yeah, okay, and
And
that's
get
when
laser.
they laser blast kills the girl first, and it's almost like they had a fire hose filled with blood,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like spraying; it was like a straight line of blood,
Dream.
like
Mhm.
hitting people. It was so
I
much.
wrote blood literally dumped on them. It wasn't
Yeah.
shot. It wasn't sprayed. It was dumped on them.
Yeah, and so then the guy with the beard and the glasses runs as well. Same thing happens, and the same amount of blood gets shot all over.
That guy was killed in the hot tub.
No.
What about Trent's exorcism throwing
Throw up.
up?
So
yeah,
that
I got
so-
that down here too.
yeah, that's my next
See the
note.
big tube behind his
Yeah,
mouth.
Trent
pouring
excessively
it out.
vomits.
Yeah, like so much vomit is happening. It's insane.
And you can see
Green
that it's not
Gatorade.
lining up with his mouth.
Yeah, you can see that there's a tube back there.
Gatorade.
And so then the llama spits like this green goo onto Trent.
Best special effects.
And
Right there.
and you start to see Trent begins to like change into what is a llama.
I also
Um,
wrote at this point, everyone runs back inside, and they're all completely dry. But thankfully, Dan has a different shirt on.
Yeah. And the other thing is then they decide, after not being able to use their cell phones outside and get a signal, then they go, let's use the landline
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To
Who the
call
hell
dad.
to call the dad.
Landline.
They call the dad. So then they can't get they get through to the dad, and the dad just like has this feeling, I have to go help my kids. Doesn't know where they are. He
He's
just
like, you got kids?
yeah.
He's like, I gotta go. My kids need me.
And I think
Yeah, the guy's like 60 years old.
But then, did you notice the lady pays him for the sex?
She says,
No?
you're about to have more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard her say that.
Yeah.
So now
He was
Okay.
older than the grandparents.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he looked older than the grandparents.
So now they're on the run from this llama. It's Floyd, his new girlfriend, Trent, who's turning into a llama, Dan, Mel, and I think that's everybody, right?
And the house dog.
Is in random scenes.
I
Like,
saw
The
that.
dog. And then they kept on using the same scene. They used the same scene like 3 times of the explosions happening behind him in the forest.
So with the fireworks.
Yeah, with the fireworks.
So this is when Floyd's girlfriend gets shot by a laser and more like streams of
Well, you missed the drunk girl who
Yeah, the
decided
drunk
to
girl
wake
wakes
up
up and goes
follow them
outside.
outside, and then she gets killed instantly.
Gets killed.
I'm gonna be honest with you. She's not worth notating on this. We're
I had to
already
make a note of that 'cause I'm
How
not.
could a blood
What
be
the
in
hell?
the-
we're running out of time. Time is getting kind of close, guys. Here.
We're getting close to the end.
You're getting so now it's Floyd, Mel, Dan, and at this point Trent gets grabbed by the llama and by tentacles, which is in cartoon form.
No, they leave him.
Yes.
Oh, they just leave him and that's when he like gets caught by the
Yeah.
llama.
Yes, they leave him.
Wait, so before that, I have a note of that the llama has a mustache. Did that happen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a note.
Let's see that.
I swear to God, I have a note here that says llama now has a mustache.
Yes, the llama does have hair on its upper lip.
Shut up.
Okay. So now Floyd,
I must be
Mel,
cool.
and Dan all get to the spaceship, and Floyd says the line, "It's red like a spaceship." So I guess that means it's a spaceship because it's red.
But it has wings.
It has wings like a spaceship.
Yeah. Dan goes inside and pulls out a bat covered in aluminum foil and calls it a space stick.
What about the
That's right.
What about the electronic sounds that it was making? It showed that scene of just foil and construction paper on the foil.
Yep.
That was awesome.
So the llama's shooting. The llama shows up and is trying to shoot at him, and Dan's using the space stick to kind of bat the lasers away.
In his Captain Kirk shirt.
And his Captain Kirk
Yeah.
shirt,
Yeah.
which I thought was
And then
clever.
makes the line. It makes a quote from Star Trek.
What was the quote, Martin?
I don't remember all of it. It was pretty long, but it's definitely a Captain Kirk quote.
And then he gets killed by the llama.
But Dan just got F.
That's but Dan has an epic dialogue.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
What-
Dan kind of stole the movie, personally.
Yeah, Dan was
Yes.
definitely the best.
Um,
We didn't even mention when he like grabs Floyd and he has a random cigar in his mouth and he goes, "Tough break, kid," and he grabs him and they take off running. Did anybody notice that?
That was after Sarah blows up.
It was after. Sarah.
Yeah, that's after the girl gets blown up.
oh, after
Yeah.
Floyd's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So now Mel and Floyd are on the run. They go back to the barn, and they Floyd finds this area above the barn, and he says, "Grandpa showed me this when he used to hide here to dodge the draft." And so they're hiding in there, and they look down, and they see the llama below, and the llama shoots the laser, and it goes through the roof, and that's when you see the dad has shown up, and his response to seeing the laser come out of the barn is, "Damn kids and their laser beams."
Fucking Bigfoot.
No, he goes, "Kids and their laser beams." Fucking Bigfoot.
Okay, yeah, I didn't hear the last line.
Yeah, that was the whole line.
Yeah.
Fucking Bigfoot.
So why the
Also-
dad?
Most confusing line ever.
Also, drinking and driving is bad. They promote that in this movie. That is not good.
Yeah, drinking and driving's bad.
They
Drinking
also
and driving-
promote Bush beer a lot.
A lot.
Trent Trent is then seen giving birth to some llama eggs. Those giant llama
I think I
eggs
counted
that-
4 of them.
There was 9.
It's a lot, yeah,
Jesus
because that whole
Christ.
thing got filled by the time Dad got there to him.
I
So-
thought
Yeah,
I
there
counted
was
4.
9.
Is there any other comments on this?
There was a lot of them.
Okay, and then the dad shows up and kills all the eggs, and then kills Trent.
Well, the amazing thing is that when the dad shows up, he
Well, he
keeps
kills Trent first.
he keeps cocking a shotgun that only holds 3 shells.
Yeah.
And he keeps cocking it before he's using it.
Mhm.
So if he had any shells in there, he's blowing them all out before he's even using them. And then it holds 3, and he ends up shooting the thing about 30 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and can we talk about how he touched the green goo and even licked it and never turned?
I was waiting for him to turn after he licked it.
Yeah. I actually thought that was going to be a thing too.
He did, but he tasted it. Yep.
So
Then
now
the epic fight scene.
here comes the fight scene. Dad then fist fights the llama, and it ends with his throat getting bitten out.
It's definitely a Rocky movie.
So then Floyd and Mel are they get out of the barn and they're trying to run away, and the llama shows up and they're in front of this giant. It's called a combiner. It has like these claws and it goes around in a circular motion.
Harvest wheat. It's a wheat harvester.
Thank you.
I mean, you're not even going to talk about how Mel now sees Floyd as a little man. It's no longer a little boy,
Yeah.
a little man.
And he's like, and I still think you have a big mouth.
And a butt-headed tweezle.
Yeah.
So it's at this moment when the llama's stepping towards them and they're backing up. The combiner fires up and it's the dad still alive driving it, pushes forward and it eats and destroys the llama.
While they're dodging laser beams.
But the main thing is, if you watch, the big machine never moves an inch.
No.
It's stationary in the barn. It never moves.
So then after that, the dad is dying on the ground.
Bye, kids.
Yeah, and he says his last words, Mel, I just want you to know you were always my favorite.
Floyd responds.
And Floyd says, that's okay, Dad. Mom was always my favorite. It was just so great.
Awesome.
But then you were waiting for him because he goes, and tell your mother. You were waiting for that to end, and he didn't finish.
Yeah, and then that's the end of the movie. The Llamageddon theme song hits, which is
They just look up into space.
yeah. The Llamageddon theme song was really great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I
Thank you. Yeah, copyright. And then we
It's on Spotify. Look it up. It's fantastic.
we're
Yeah.
blessed with an after credits scene, which is the scientist cracking open the llama egg and using it to make breakfast to make green eggs.
Sequel.
Okay.
I also stated, just in case you missed the film, they run it again in a faster speed during the credits.
They do.
They do. I suggest watching it that way.
I would like to
No,
give a
no
shout
context,
out
no
to-
audio. Just
The llama actually had a name. He was Louis the llama.
Louis the Llama.
And I'd actually like to give him the Best Actor award for the movie itself.
he was pretty
Definitely.
great.
Llama, great job.
Okay, so we weren't the only ones that had opinions about this movie. So the 1-star review on Amazon Prime, at free on Prime, still too costly. There are movies that are so bad they are good, and other movies where the actors know it is terrible, but they have fun with it. This movie features terrible dialogue and terrible acting as the actors seem so earnest in their roles. Even if most of the roles are terrible, trying to be stoners and drunk people, this movie is simply bad. The best actor probably was the llama, which was real, with augmented laser eyes. Mercifully, the movie is short, but even then they padded some scenes for no reason and then to give runtime.
I have to disagree with that because I think they had a great fucking time filming that movie.
I bet they had a blast. They probably had a blast.
The alien llama shoots laser beams to destroy people, and the result is a garden hose-like spray of blood. Even if the victim was far away, everyone gets splattered. Oh, and the victim explodes. 1 star by Avid.
Don't agree with you, Avid.
And now we have a 5-star review.
Ooh.
I've got a camera, a llama, and $300. Let's make a movie. If you see only one killer llama from outer space movie this year, make it Llamageddon. I watched this last night. It was awesome. I mean, yeah, it's horrible, but horribly awesome. The best no-budget movie I have ever seen. I laughed my ass off through the entire movie, and I wasn't even drinking or stoned.
It's important.
So yeah, it is ridiculously brilliant in concept, absolutely awful in execution, and something that I know I will be watching again. This is the kind of thing I will make family and friends watch with me while completely sober. It's probably a good thing for them that they can't visit me right now.
Was a guy in jail?
It was probably during COVID.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Martin, how many stars are you gonna give this one?
I mean, for like this, it was good, but I still think it was terrible. I'm gonna give it 2.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Amber, how many stars?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Wow.
Yeah. I was pretty well entertained by it.
Yeah, so that made you fall asleep?
She watched it twice.
When I went and watched it the second time, I only missed the part where they're running out to the barn, and then I missed in between the laser shooting in the barn until the dad was on the ground.
Oh, those are the best parts. You got to watch it again.
Shut up. I did watch it again.
You got to watch it again all the way through. It's
the whole
I
thing.
did the second time. I watched it the whole
flow.
time.
It's got to flow, just like the
I watched it at work.
blood that they
Watched
squirt
it
on
all.
each other.
Okay, Dad, how many stars?
Man, I'm gonna go with 2.5, and the reason why is that there were some things in there that were kind of entertaining and just kind of stupidly funny, but it's definitely one that so much of the stuff was bad that it was pretty bad, but I can't wait for the sequel.
Yeah.
Bub.
The voice.
Man, you guys are crazy. I give this 5 out of 5.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Good job.
Dude, I was laughing so hard. I literally, once the scene with the scientist hit, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, this could be my favorite part. And then more started to flow in, and I'm just like, this movie's amazing. Like, it is so funny. There's so many inside jokes that I just wish I knew more about.
Right.
Like, if they're on set, was Dan just like, hey, I'm gonna change my shirt, but you weren't wearing that shirt in the scene. All right, that's gonna be my guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be my thing.
I'll
change my shirt every scene.
What I want to see is a movie based on the making of this film, and have like Ashton Kutcher play Trent.
Almost
That's
like
the big
a
budget version of this. I want.
You want to see Trent birth fucking llama eggs? Or Ashton Kutcher?
I want to see
llama
Ashton
eggs?
Kutcher doing it.
I'm actually gonna go with 4 stars because, much like what Bub said, the movie was. I had so much fun watching this movie. It was fantastic, and to me, this movie I think best sums up what I was wanting to do for this whole podcast and idea was these kinds of movies.
Yeah.
You know, where this. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I was so happy with this movie. Anybody watching this, you need to watch Llamageddon. It was great, and it's 70 minutes. It's not long. Yeah. Watch it with your friends because it is hilarious.
I wish we would have watched this one together.
I wish.
Yeah, me too.
I could only imagine.
Yeah,
we had 20 pages of comments.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
So I do have one more thing though. There was some did you knows on this. Dan changes his shirt 23 times throughout the entire film, an average of one shirt every 3 minutes.
Wow.
The credits show the entire movie again, just at a very high rate of speed. At 33 minutes, 35 seconds in the movie, the cameraman can be seen in the mirror in the background of the shot. And under goofs, it says miscellaneous. This movie got made.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It is entertaining.
It definitely gives me hope. You should definitely submit some movies to Amazon.
So out of the 3, where do you rate these in our 3?
Oh, this for me is number 1, and I'd probably put Slacks number 2, Clownado. Clownado has been the worst one so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
I like Slacks. I enjoyed Slacks more than this one.
Okay, so
Nope. Amber's been fall asleep.
oh, Amber's falling asleep already.
Quick, put on Llamageddon.
So guys, the next movie
Or any movie.
The next movie we are
Basically.
doing cannot be streamed anywhere, guys. You have to have the DVD. It's the only way to watch this movie. So we had to buy this movie. It was Amber's pick. It is the movie. It was made in 2003, Love Object. A life-size sex doll seems to become jealous of its owner, its owner's blossoming relationship with his pretty coworker. So that's the summary of it.
So did you get it at Susie's or something, or what?
I had to buy it on Amazon.
Wow. Okay.
So we're definitely gonna have to watch that one together. This one is not as comedically funny. It is more of a thriller type serious movie. So
right.
Yeah. Join us next time, guys, when we take the fight to Love Object, our most evil movie out there so far. We had to buy it. It's officially costing me money.
$10.
There goes
$10 on Amazon.
Yeah, bring your darts and your push pins and anything that will pop a blow-up doll.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any suggestions for us or you want to make comments, tell us how bad our show is. Hey,
It's bad.
if we're going to dish it out, we should be able to take
That's
it.
the whole point.
Yeah.
We're going to get a hose and start throwing blood on each other.
Yeah.
Right in,
I'll
guys.
say we'll really enjoy it when we can see everyone all at once.
Yeah. That'll be the thing. When you can see us all at once.
When the voice doesn't make an appearance.
Yeah. You guys can email us at nerdsversesevil@gmail.com. And like I said, give us a hard time. Suggest some stuff for us. And thank you for joining us in our continuing battle against evil. We'll see you guys next time.
Ah!